It's February 4th, and this is CCN. On today's broadcast, want to buy a sucker? Who will win the Super Bowl? And can you spell Colonel? We'll answer these questions, plus Cassie Hobgood and MJ Mayo key you in on what's going on out in the world and here at HCHS. This is CCN, and now, Cassie Hobgood.
As always, good morning, Henderson County Colonels, and I'm excited to be back here with you today. I'm Cassie Hobgood.
And I'm MJ Mayo, so let's start things right with your school announcements.
The Henderson County Soccer Club is offering a recreational spring soccer league beginning in April to all interested freshmen. Please see the bookstore for registration instructions. The deadline for sign-up is in March.
The football team has begun their strawberry sales fundraiser. Every unit desk has an order form. See Mr. Morris in Red 202 if you have any questions.
The Future Business Leaders of America's Spirit Week starts next Monday through Friday. Be dressed for Frat Day on the 8th.
And I hope everyone gets to come support our JV and varsity colonels throughout the weekend. The support from friends goes a long way.
And as always, seniors, if you are interested in any scholarship opportunities, please see your PLT teacher for a list. But now, doing a little field work, MJ has some information about the National Spanish Honor Society sucker sale. MJ?
Thanks, Cassie. And after a quick wardrobe change, I wanted to come out here and get the lowdown on the latest fundraiser here at HCHS.
I'm Kelsey Dunham. I'm the president of the National Spanish Honor Society, and for the next few weeks we will be selling suckers, and all of our proceeds go toward a school that we have adopted in Mexico, and they can't afford basic necessities for school like papers, pencils, and books and things like that. So we have adopted them, and we will be sending them all the money we make from our sucker sales.
Hi, I'm Sheridan Forker, and I'm an officer for the National Spanish Honor Society, and we're selling suckers as a fundraiser. And some of the flavors for the suckers are grape and cotton candy and caramel apple. And then we have two other types. We have a sour and we have a creme de la creme, and they're all really good.
I bought a sucker for the Sucker Society, so my favorite flavor is sour green apple.
So now that you know more about this wonderful fundraiser, I hope you'll take the time to contribute. In the end, I just have to ask you something, Cassie.
What's that, MJ?
Want to buy a sucker?
Sure, I've got $1 for you right here.
Well, here you go, madam. Well, now that Cassie's sweet tooth has been satisfied, it's time to move on to some global news.
David Bowie leaves his $100 million estate to his family. He left $2 million to his personal assistant, Karine Schwab, $1 million to his son's one-time nanny, Marion Sheen, half of his estate to Eamon, the supermodel whom Bowie married in 1992, and the other half was divided between Bowie's 44-year-old son, Duncan, and his 15-year-old daughter, Alexandria. Her share will be held in trust until she turns 25.
Big fans of personal surveillance rejoice. Oral Roberts University is tracking student movement, according to Tulsa World. The university has issued mandatory Fitbits to its 900-person freshman class as a means of documenting its whole-person education philosophy. Students are graded on their participation and on their performance in the end-of-semester field test, which is typically a 1.5-mile run. The university mandates that students buy the $140 Fitbit themselves, which is a nice twist. Not only are you monitored and recorded, but you get to pay for the privilege.
Breaking news from Pennsylvania's most famous groundhog, Punxsutawney Phil. Sadly, an early spring is just around the corner. Is this current warm weather more than a trend? Perchance this winter has come to an end. There is no shadow to be cast. An early spring is in my forecast, read Jeff Lundy, vice president of the inner circle of the Punxsutawney Groundhog Club, who Tuesday predicted that warm weather may be heading our way sooner than we expected.
The Hillary Clinton campaign declared a narrow victory in Iowa's Democratic caucuses, saying she edged out rival Bernie Sanders by less than a percentage point. By 7 a.m. Eastern Time, Clinton had earned 49.9% of the vote in Iowa, and Sanders had grabbed 49.6%, according to Iowa's Democratic Party website. The Associated Press had not yet called the election. Monday's contest marked the closest results in Iowa's Democratic caucus history, State Party Chairwoman Andy McGuire said in a statement, with half a dozen precincts deciding the winner between Clinton and Sanders by flipping a coin. On the Republican side of things, Ted Cruz walked away the winner with over 50,000 votes, with Donald Trump in second place and Marco Rubio very pleased with how he finished in third. Other than the occasional quick bit about local games, we don't cover sports on the CCN very often. But with a big game this weekend, it'd be a mistake if we didn't send someone out in the field to tackle the Super Bowl. Isn't that right, Keelan?
That's right, MJ. I wanted to know what the students and staff of HCHS thought about this Sunday night.
I hope the Broncos win. However, probably Carolina will win the Super Bowl.
I think that the Panthers going to win to beat the Broncos. So I think Pat Manning do have the stuff for Cam.
I'm Tayshawn Davis, and I think the Panthers are going to win the Super Bowl.
Who I think is winning for the Super Bowl is the Panthers, because nobody can stop Cam Newton.
All right, I'm Jake Walters, and I want the Broncos to win.
I gotta say the Panthers.
I think the Panthers are going to win because they got Cam Newton.
Hi, my name is Warren Norman, and I want the Broncos to win because Peyton Manning's going out, man.
I think the Panthers are going to win the Super Bowl because can't nobody stop Cam Newton. Broncos all the way. That the Panthers will win the Super Bowl.
That's all I gotta say.
I think the Carolina Panthers is going to win the Super Bowl just because I don't like Peyton Manning.
I think the Panthers are going to win because, you know, Cam Newton's just a beast.
The Panthers are going to win the Super Bowl, I swear to God.
With most of the country watching on Sunday night, we'll have to see who is right and who is wrong. But I know there's one thing I'm looking forward to.
What's that, Keelan?
The commercials, of course. Do you have a favorite?
I can't say I do. Normally I just watch the Super Bowl for the halftime show and try to pay attention for the sake of my father. Thanks for your reporting, Keelan.
And now we'll transition into your entertainment news. But I'm not letting go of the Super Bowl just yet. Lady Gaga was set Tuesday by the NFL to sing the Star Spangled Banner at Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, California. Not only will Gaga be there, but Coldplay and Beyonce will be performing during halftime as well. So as we gear up for Super Bowl 50, where the Carolina Panthers will take on the Denver Broncos, make sure to see the halftime show because this is something you don't want to miss.
Pride and Prejudice and Zombies is an interesting twist on Jane Austen's widely celebrated novel. A mysterious plague has fallen upon 19th century Britain, the land is overrun with the undead, and feisty heroine Elizabeth Bennet is a master of martial arts and weaponry. Casting aside personal pride and social prejudices, Elizabeth and Mr. Darcy must unite on the blood-soaked battlefield to rid the country of the zombie menace and discover their true love for one another. PBZ is in theaters tomorrow.
Finally, the moment that all of our younger siblings have been waiting for, the 2016 Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards. The Seinfeld extravaganza will be held on March 12th at the Forum in Inglewood, California, and will be hosted by none other than Blake Shelton. From stormtroopers to superheroes to dinosaurs and even Cinderella are among the nominees at this year's awards. Some of our favorite films like Ant-Man, Avengers Age of Ultron, Cinderella, Daddy's Home, Jurassic World, Pitch Perfect 2, Star Wars The Force Awakens, and The Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2 are just a few of the nominees for this year's Choice Award.
Though critical reception of Rihanna's new album, Anti, has been largely positive, the sales numbers are not quite as easy to interpret. The Recording Industry Association of America has already certified Anti as platinum, meaning 1 million units sold, but that number includes the million copies Samsung gave away via Tidal, which do not count towards Anti's sales tally for the Billboard 200. According to Nielsen tracking, the album sold fewer than 1,000 copies in its first week out, though it should be noted that its week didn't last very long since the album did not go on sale until Thursday, the day the tracking week ends. The New York Times spoke to a Nielsen subscriber who claims the number of albums sold is as low as 460. Now doing a little field work of her own, Cassie Hopgood decided to take it on herself to find out just how well can HCHS spell.
Thanks, MJ. Spelling seems so simple, but it turns out it's a lot more complicated than one might think to spell the word kernel.
C-O-L-O-N-E-L-E-S. Kernels.
C-O-L-O-N-E-L.
Yep.
C-O-L-O-N-E-L-S.
Hey, can you guys spell kernel for us?
C-O-L-O-N-E-L-S. E-L. Or
Yeah.
kernel. All right.
You got it
Good
right.
job.
K-E-R-N-E-L.
No, we meant the other one.
Oh. C-O-L-E-R-N-O-L.
No.
Pretty close, wasn't it?
No.
No. Spell kernel.
C-O-L-O-N-E-L.
Yeah. Can you spell kernel for us?
C-O-L-O-N-E-L.
Thank you.
Let's see, C-O-L-O-N-E-L.
C-O-L-O-N-E-L.
Thank you.
C-O-L-O-N-E-L-S.
C-O-L-E... Nope. C-O-L-O-N-E-L.
Yes. As you can probably tell, MJ, some people hate the idea of spelling on camera, and those that did even hesitated about it.
Well, I guess it's just easier for us because we do it on a weekly basis.
I say that's right. I never really thought about it that way.
I can't wait to have you back in the studio, Cassie.
Me too. And now to shift focus to our final part of the show, I want to leave you with something to think about. Once I opened up a yogurt, underneath the lid it said, "Please try again." Because they were having a contest and I was unaware of, I thought maybe I opened the yogurt wrong, or maybe YoPlay was trying to play a trick on me. Come on, Cassie, don't give up. An inspirational message from your friends at YoPlay. Fear on the bottom, hope on the top.
Well, Cassie, that's certainly getting me thinking. About what? I'm not sure, though.
Well, I'll give you all the time you need when we're finished filming. Anyways, we'll see you same time, same place next week. This is Cassie Hopgood.
And I'm MJ Mayo.
Signing off with the CCN.